What would you do if the father who branded you showed up years later, begging for forgiveness? This is the story of two brothers, their loving Mama B who raised them from nothing, and the man who once threw them away. Stay with me, because what happens when their worlds collide will break your heart and maybe heal it too.
The house was surprisingly quiet that day. Gentle wind brushed against the curtains while Mama B sat in her old wooden chair, peeling yams with a gentle touch, humming a soft gospel to herself. Ever since John and Jonah departed for abroad, silence loomed everywhere. But it wasn't the silence of sorrow. It was the silence of pride, the silence of a mother whose heart was whole. Every week, the boys called. Sometimes their voices cracked, telling of how hard school was. Other times they called, chuckling about new adventures. But always, on the verge of hanging up the phone, they said those same things. "We love you, Mama B. We will make you proud." And she was proud. Those calls kept her going. Every night she knelt on the floor beside her bed, saying thanks to God for the gift of her sons. But this day was not like other days. Knock, knock. Mama B paused. It was not market day, and no visitor was expected. She wiped her hands on her wrapper and proceeded towards the door. She opened it slowly. A tall, thin man stood there, tired eyes, sorrowful face. "Good afternoon, Ma," he whispered hesitantly. "Yes, can I assist you?" The man swallowed hard. "I am their father, John, and Jonah. I heard about their scholarships. I came to see them." Mama B stood frozen, fingers on the doorframe. She regarded him silently, not with anger, but with the stillness of one who had battled storms and gone through fire for her boys. "They're not here," she said after a while. "They're studying medicine abroad." He nodded, shame etched on his face. "I know. I wanted to tell them that I am sorry. I was weak. I let someone poison my heart. I failed them." Mama B stepped out, perching on the wooden bench beneath the mango tree. She waited forever before she spoke, her voice unruffled. "You rejected them when they needed you most. I found them hungry and cold and in the rain. I fed them, I dressed them, I took them in, and loved them. I was their mother. And even if we are not blood, what we have is deeper than blood." The man's eyes watered. "I don't expect forgiveness. I just ask to be given the chance. Even if they never call me father again, I want them to know that I tried." Mama B's eyes turned soft, but her voice remained unyielding. "They are grown ups now. They will return home one day. If they choose to visit you, it will be on their terms. Meanwhile, let them build the life you nearly destroyed." His shoulders shuddered as he spoke in a hushed voice. "May I leave them a letter?" Mama B stood up and opened the door. "Come in. Write what you want to write. I'll bring it." He came in not as a father reclaiming his sons, but as a man seeking mercy. As he bent to write, Mama B looked out of the window. The golden wind swirled, and she was certain that life always arrived in circles, but some took their time. Thousands of miles across, a tiny dormitory woke in the quiet of Sunday morning. John had notes at his desk. Jonah was propped against the window, watching autumn leaves twirl. The room was plain, but for moments of home, a carved wooden spoon, a Christmas package wrapper from Mama B, photos stuck on the wall. Their phone buzzed. "A text from Mama B, my sons. I have something for you, a letter." Minutes went by before she texted a picture of the crumpled brown paper note, the letterhead, "Your father." The room fell quiet. Jonah turned on his heel. "Do we read it?" John's jaw was clenched. "He left us. He called us names. He let her turn us out." "But people change," Jonah whispered. Mama said he came in tears. John drew a quick breath. Then, with a serious nod, they opened the letter. "My sons, I know that I am the last person you would ever want to hear from, and I do not deserve forgiveness. I failed you. I listened to lies. I let fear consume me, and through my weakness, you were harmed. But from the day you left, I have not had peace. I found out about your scholarship, my shame, and pride grew in my heart. Shame that I nearly destroyed you, pride that you are doing better than I did, Mama B. She is the one who is like a parent to you. She filled in where I was not strong enough. If you ever get your hearts to forgive me, I'll wait. Even if you never say the word father to me, I'll always call you my sons. Samuel *. The room was silent. John's hands were fists, his tears glistening but not falling. Jonah wiped at his face, his voice trembling. I don't know what to do, but maybe I want to see him one day. Not for him, for me, to find out if I can mend. John slowly nodded. We don't have to forgive today, but maybe, someday. He grabbed his telephone and left a voicemail. Mama, thanks for being kind to him. We got the letter. We're thinking. We love you, and never will forget our real mom. Mama B listened to their message, silently crying tears. She looked up to heaven. Thanks, Lord, for mending hearts. A decade passed since that rainy evening when she found two boys shivering in TH. Their favorite stew was simmering in her kitchen. She had washed the compound twice, wearing the lace wrapper they once gave her. Suddenly, a car horn blared. She ran out. There they were, tall, dashing, smiling. Their smiles lit up the street. Mama, they bellowed. She sprinted like a child, with arms out. They put down their bags, embraced her tightly. John wept openly. Mama, we did it, just as we said. Jonah whispered, all we are, it is because of you. She held them tight, tears smearing their shirts. You were never a burden. You were a blessing. Neighbors cheered and cried. The twins then took her to a beautiful mansion outside the city. The path was lined with flowers. A gold sign read, Mama B, House of Hope. John opened the car door. Mama, welcome home. Jonah handed her a velvet box with a gold key. Beside the house stood a new car. She cried, you didn't have to. John ran his hand over her cheek. You didn't have to save us, but you did. It is your turn now to live like the queen you are. Neighbors cheered. Then, at the gate, a figure waited. An older man shivering. Samuel, his hair graying, face pinched with shame. He clutched his cap, too embarrassed to raise his eyes. The twins froze. Joy turned leaden. Mama, Jonah breathed. Why is he here? Mama B caught her breath. He is your father. John's voice shook. No, Mama. Daddies don't leave their little boys behind. Daddies don't leave blood for anger. Samuel stepped forward, his voice cracking. I do have it coming, but please forgive me. Jonah's voice cracked. Do you remember that night? He cried. And you just walked away. Samuel knelt. I was weak. I hated myself every day afterward. I searched for you, but shame prevented me. Mama B stepped forward, her tone steady. You lost them the moment you let fear over love, but I saw gold in the mud, and I scooped them up. Tears dripped from Samuel's face. You were the parent I could not be. John's voice trembled. She is the only mother we have ever known, the only one who gave until she had nothing left. Jonah's eyes blazed. If Mama had not taken us in, would we have been dead by now, lost, forgotten? Samuel's body convulsed with sobs. I do not deserve forgiveness, but I beg for the opportunity to try again, not for me, for the boy I once was, who did not know love. A peaceful, long silence. Then Mama B found herself saying, with a gentle, commanding voice, forgiveness isn't something owed, it is given. Just as God gave me the power to raise your sons, may God give you the power now to be the man they require. Sons, you don't forgive because he owes you this. You forgive because your hearts are too filled with light to hold on to hurt. John's eyes met Jonah's slowly. Jonah reached down, lifted Samuel to his feet. We'll try, he whispered, but it will take time. John added, steady but firm. You'll need to prove it with actions, not words. Samuel nodded, voice trembling. I will, even if it takes a lifetime. Mama B placed her hands on theirs. In the gold light of evening, a fractured family began to heal, not all at once, but in increments, for where there is love, even wounds can bloom into grace. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, everyone. Tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I'd love to give you a special shout out. This family is all over the world, and I am so stoked to see where you are from. See you in the comments.